Okay, this is help for a 2016 Nissan Rogue SV front wheel drive. The rear hub bearing replacement. First we're going to take the wheel off, and then we'll get down to the nitty-gritty. Okay, the next thing you want to do is secure the jack. You see I've got a floor jack, and I've also got the screw jack that's helping in case the floor jack fails. So make sure you've got the vehicle lifted securely so it doesn't fall out from under you. Okay, the next thing you're going to do is take the caliper bolts loose. You'll need a 14mm wrench for that, or if you don't have one, a 9/16 will fit, but it's a little sloppy. Just be careful not to round it off. And then you can remove the caliper. And the next thing you'll want to do is put your bolts back in the caliper housing frame if you want to keep up with them, or lay them in a spot where you can find them. Also, and then you got the brake caliper mount frame we're going to take off here. That takes a 17mm. You got to remove both of those so that you can remove this frame housing. Alright, with that removed, now you can pull the rotor off. And it should just slip right off. You'll have to pardon my wiggleness. Just like so. And you have all your e-brake shoes and everything. And just smart thing to do here is to take a picture, both top and bottom, so that you know which springs go where and how the brackets go. And you got these little push pins that have to come out and on both sides. I managed to do the other side by simply taking these two springs off. Okay, and I'll try to show you how to get the easiest way to get those off here in a few minutes. It was more of trouble to get these push pins back in than it was to get these springs on. So it's a little bit of a challenge, but it's doable. And all you need is a screwdriver and a pair of pliers to remove that. I wouldn't even bother trying to get the bottom undone. I left mine together and was able to slip the whole shoe assembly off there. So let's work on that. Okay, so we're going to pull these clips off the side right here. We're going to start with this one, and then we're going to go over here and we're going to rotate it and get this one down here. Okay, so what you want to do, I used a flathead screwdriver. Take and press that clip in, and a pair of flat-nosed pliers. Okay, anything with a flat end on it will work for you. So just press that in, and then twist that pin, and off goes your little clip. Looks like that. Okay, so then you want to lay that to the side somewhere where it won't get lost. Okay, and then we'll rotate and do the other side. Alright, with those clips off and your pins loose now, holding the shoes, you want to take, I put a screwdriver in right here and just kind of worked it off the clip, and you see it came right off. You can do them both that way pretty much. One works better than the other. I get me a pair of needle nose pliers so I can help hang on to this. All right, and there it is. Okay, and then you can just spread that apart and slip it out of there, and there it is. And of course you got to take your e-brake pin out. It just slips into the top right here on that right side. Well, actually on the left side on this side. It was the right on the other. And now we're down to ready to start breaking bolts loose on the bearing itself. It's pretty stiff feeling, but I can hear stuff when I spin it, and it's been womping for a long time. So, all right, I suggest that you spray a little liquid wrench or some WD-40 on the bolts and around the outside of this thing. It doesn't typically come off like the ones where you have to use like a hub buster, or you actually have to break this out of here. It doesn't come off that way. There's 4 bolts, comes through the back here, and this whole dust cover and plate right here that the calipers mount through, all that comes off, and you have to run a bolt through here and take one of the studs out. Just knock them out with a hammer. I suggest you do a couple and put your bolt through, put some nuts on it, and put a wrench on the bolt back here, and I'll show you when I get to that here in just a few. So if you can see them, they're right up in there. I'm a big guy, so it's hard for me to get in here, but you got 4 of them there. Okay, there's 4 of them up in there, and you need an extension and a 17mm socket. And they give you this little hole here on one side to help get you get your socket on the bolt, and then around here on this side there should be a kind of an opening there too, best I can see, yeah, where you can get in on that side as well. So you got to break those 4 loose, take them out, and then we'll get the hub off. Okay, bolts are undone, pins are out, everything's out. We're ready to just drop it off. As you can see, got to unhook that little cable right there. That's either a speed sensor or an ABS. I'm not an automotive guy, so I don't know. I don't have the book on it. I'm just trying to replace it. So you got to take that out, and it's just, you can use a little wrench or crescent wrench or a little socket, and it just slips right out of there. All right, as you can see, I've put a bungee cord around here to help hold this up because it's kind of floppy. And I've got my bolt in here. All this is, let you see that a little closer. That's 3 loose nuts, and 1 nut I'll put the wrench on, and I'll tighten this through it. And it'll push these nuts. This bolt will push this bearing away from that plate. Okay. So it's just a grade 8 bolt. Make sure you got it in the dip spaces, okay, and not press against something it could mess up. All right. So I'll do that in a couple of places till I can pop that bearing out. I'm using air tools. If you have air tools, great. If you don't, you can use a ratchet with this too. So. I gotta get it where I need it here first. You can see it opened up a little bit there. Now I'm gonna back that off and set it up in here and do it again on this other side. Okay. Okay, we'll go in right here, I think. Okay. There's my wrench. I wonder what I've done with it. Let it get it started there. And then, again, I apologize for the noise from this air ratchet, but these things are noisy, but it's the quickest way to do it. No, wrong way, dummy. There we go. Okay. Alrighty then. Looks like that. And there it is. Slipped it right out of there. So that's the easiest way to get it off, and you just do everything in reverse. I may do a little bit of the video putting it back together. So good luck with it. It takes a little effort. You will get dirty, and but it's doable. So it didn't take me near as long to get this side off as it took to get the other side off, because I had nobody to guide me and what to do. So hope you enjoy this video. Hope it helps you out. And when you get ready to put the wheel bearing back on, these bolts, I think they torque at 92 pounds. You will need to torque them down. So good luck.